It's already bad, and it could get a whole lot worse. I'm talking about what the Atlantic is calling the coming food stamp crisis. Right now, states are scrambling to meet an end of September SNAP deadline. Naturally, errors occur in the SNAP system. According to the Atlantic, errors occurred in 10.6% of payments last year. But as part of President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill Act, states now have to keep those errors below a federal limit. If they don't, by the end of next month, they could be forced to take on hundreds of millions of dollars in new costs, which essentially means more tough decisions are coming for states that are already balancing tight budgets, whether it's finding new money to cover SNAP, cutting programs elsewhere, or changing how food assistance is doled out. The reality is people, kids, are already struggling because of these historic cuts. Just look at the local headlines we're seeing across the country this week. In Connecticut, nearly 19,000 children have lost access to federal nutrition benefits since July of last year, according to state officials there. Over in Maryland, more than 35,000 people are now off SNAP benefits because of federal changes, according to new data from the Maryland Department of Human Services. And in Virginia, more than 100,000 people have lost their benefits, according to the state's Department of Social Services. It's a difficult reality families are now living, and it's widespread. A single mother in Florida who relies on SNAP benefits said it's more than just food to her, it's a sense of security. Take a listen to what she shared with the nonprofit advocacy group Parents Together.
My family is on SNAP benefits, and what that means for me is being able to provide a stable meal for my family each night, to just have that security of making sure that my children aren't going hungry every day. To have that put in jeopardy by any budget cuts, it removes that security that I as a parent have. I know that being on SNAP is looked down on by a lot of people, but we're all families just trying to take care of our children. It gives me that extra boost of I can take care of my kids. I'm going to make sure my kids eat regardless. If that means I don't, it is what it is.
Joining me now is Marcia Campo. She is the Food Services Manager at OpenM, which provides essential food services programs to the people of Akron, Ohio. Marcia, good morning, and thanks for joining us. What could this September deadline mean for your work there in Ohio at OpenM?
Well, Vaughn, first of all, thank you for having me on, and thank you for highlighting the struggle of everyday Americans. We're seeing more and more people need our services. Our food pantry is busier than ever. And it's not just somebody that needs something temporary. This is essential. This is what we're finding. We're finding working families are coming to our pantry now, seniors on a fixed income, grandparents that are raising grandchildren, and the benefits are just not enough. And now with the looming deadline coming up, I don't know how we're going to be able to stretch any further than we are already.
According, Marcia, to the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, quote, it's very likely that the number of children receiving SNAP has dropped by more than 1.5 million since July of 2025. Can you, number one, give me a sense of what the actual change means and who is qualifying and what the ramifications of the law passed last year are? And the second part of this is that the idea is often that there are too many people that are relying on federal handouts. Oftentimes that's the argument that Republicans especially are on the front lines of making. Can you tell me about the reality on the ground and who is receiving these benefits?
Right. So there was a lot of change last year in the benefits and who qualifies. Veterans and homeless are no longer, they have to have a work requirement, 20 hours a week. They have to volunteer or work in order to receive those SNAP benefits. There are seniors that are raising their grandchildren that don't have the capabilities to go out and work. They raised the limit from 55 years old to 64 years old. So those people that fall just in that little age gap are now having to work in order to receive SNAP benefits. Like I said, our pantry is busier than ever. These are people that have never had to use a food pantry before. And we're seeing more and more families that are coming in, mothers that say that they have to make essential choices or, difficult decisions every single day, feed their family or, pay rent or fill a prescription for their child or feed them or pay rent. It's terrible. What we're seeing right now, Vaughn, it's awful.
Marcia, more than 200 mayors signed a recent letter calling on the Senate to delay more SNAP cuts, saying America's mayors are on the front lines of deepening food security crisis. Food security is foundational to the health, prosperity, and resilience of American cities. Hunger is not a partisan issue, and efforts to address food insecurity should rise above political divisions. When you're talking about what you want folks in Washington to understand, not only just what families are going through, but also the burden, its impact on organizations and people like you, are you able to sustain and can you fill that gap, not just now, but as you're looking down the road with the expectation that even more are going to be following off of these benefits?
Absolutely not. Vaughn, we come in every day. Our volunteers and our staff work from the minute we step in that door until the minute we go home, trying to feed. That's what we do. We're here to feed the flock. That's what we do. And our resources are diminishing. Obviously grants, we're, looking for grants, but more foundations are trying to cover more agencies because of what's going on. Funding, even our individual donors, their budgets are stretched. And so their donations are down. So we're having to come up with, ways to bridge that gap, I guess.
Marcia Campo, Food Services Manager at OpenM. Marcia, I realize that this is not a long-term conversation, but an immediate one for so many families every day and every week.
For sure.
Please keep us posted here as we watch this progress. I appreciate your time today.